somebody bring me a coat. It's cold. Brett, look at Brett's wearing short sleeves today. Hey, this is Brett Whitehead. I'm Gwen Shurey, and you're watching Brett's Picks. It's week 2 of college basketball pick'ems, and Brett has all kinds of games to bring to you today. Men's basketball in college, and we're going to talk about top 10 men and women, and then a few other accessories.
And final scores from last night.
And final scores from last night. So let's get right into the picks. Here's a look at our pickers, and we've got 1 week in, so we've already got a tier of who's ranking where. And it looks like Greg Whitehead at number 1, along with Langdon.
That's my dad.
Mr. Garrett, and myself, 8-2. So 8 games right last week. Brett, you missed it by 1. And you're right there. Yeah, and Brandon, he's on there too. So 7-3, 2 tied at number 5. You and Coach German at number 7, all alone. Brandon Walker.
Tied at 5.
Now, I got the mix-up there. You can see Kobe Dills should be up there with, he's tied with Kobe Dills. And then 4 tied at number 9, Coach Carpenter, Coach Thompson, Gary Ownby, and SRO Morgan, all 5 and 5.
The voice of
Gary Ownby, who just stopped in here a minute ago. We could have had him on the show.
The voice of the Bears.
Right. Okay, let's look at our first game. First game you're going to tell us a pick on, and it's number 4 Alabama and number 8 Kentucky. Brett, who do you have in this one?
I have Kentucky.
Got Kentucky. All right.
At home.
Kentucky trying to pull it up. You know, this is a home game, so let's see how that goes. It's a noon game on ESPN. Watch that one. Okay. All these games are on Saturday, by the way.
Yeah.
Creighton is traveling to UConn. UConn ranked at 14. Another noon game, this one on Fox. Who do you have, Brett?
UConn.
Going with UConn, a home game.
Yeah, for them.
We got a little pattern going here.
For them.
All right, next game, very important game. Auburn at number 1 is hosting Georgia.
Number 23.
And they just played Tennessee last night and did not do well. That was well, we will talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
1 p.m. game on SEC Network. Who do you have in this one?
I have Auburn.
Auburn with the win. Good choice. Auburn's playing out. Bruce Pearl
on the road.
Ready. On the road.
Going to Georgia.
That's not very far, though.
No.
That's only a few hours. All right, next game. Kansas State playing in-house rival Kansas at Kansas.
They ended up getting beat last night.
They did. So
Kansas ended up getting beat last night.
They're not as strong as they are. They're not even ranked this year.
No.
1 p.m. game on CBS. Very important matchup. Who do you have?
I have Kansas State.
Kansas State on the road.
Going to Kansas.
All right, so we got 2 homes and 2 on the road. Next game we have SMU playing at Miami. 2 o'clock game on ESPN-U.
I have Miami.
Miami for the win, hosting
the
SMU.
The Hurricanes.
The Hurricanes, or the Canes, or the M, and they do the crazy anyway. All right, next game, Wake Forest playing ACC rival Virginia Tech, 2 o'clock on ACC Network. Who do you have, Brett?
I have Wake Forest on the road.
So what's their mascot? The Sneakin' Deacons? What are they?
The Stickin' Deacons.
The Sneakin', Stinkin'? Yeah, all of that. So they're not the Deacons.
No.
They're the... anyway, Wake Forest. So next is number 17, Purdue, playing across the United States. They're going to Oregon at number 13. 3 o'clock game on ESPN, another important game.
I have Purdue.
Purdue for the win on the road.
Yeah.
Going
to Oregon.
Boilermakers.
Going to Oregon.
Oregon. All right, next we have Texas playing SEC rival number 5, Florida. 4 p.m. game, SEC Network. Now, Florida's had a couple good wins here lately.
Yep.
Who do you have in this one?
I have Florida.
Going with Florida. Okay, Florida hosting at home. Excuse me. Next game is Chattanooga going to Furman. That's a longtime rival, in-conference rival. 5 o'clock game on ESPN Plus. Who do you have?
I have Furman.
Furman, okay. I think that would be
at home.
I think Chattanooga's doing well, but okay. Furman is at home. Next game we have number 21, Ole Miss on the road to take on in-state rival
Mississippi State.
Right, I did misprint that. Number 15, Mississippi State. 6 o'clock game, prime time on SEC Network. Who do you have?
I'm going with Mississippi State.
Mississippi State hosting and holding their own. All right. Next is a big one here. Tennessee playing in-state rival Vanderbilt. Tennessee sitting at number 6. They dropped from number 1.
We just played Georgia.
Just played Georgia and beat them soundly.
Yeah.
So 3:30 p.m. game on SEC Network. Who do you have, Brett?
I'm going with Tennessee.
Go Big Orange! Notice the nice, Knoxville, the Summit floor there. Yeah. In Thompson Bowling Arena. Okay. So here's a look at the rankings. Men's top 25. You're only looking at the top 10 though. And you can see there's, pretty much the same format across the board except for a couple flips with Duke and Florida and Alabama, and then also down there Kentucky, Houston, and Kansas. So Kansas is ranked at number 10 and number 9. Let's look at the women's rankings right here. Women's, which we didn't pull up any games, but you can see pretty well the same. There's a few changes, LSU, USC, and TCU in the mix, and also Ohio State, Maryland.
Yeah.
But pretty much, and the Lady Vols are not there yet. They're not in the top 10. They're working on it. They're working on it. UCLA, South Carolina, Notre Dame, they're holding strong in the top 3. All right, so let's talk basketball. Last night, Bradley goes over to Walker Valley.
Yeah.
Let's start with the girls. What happened?
They ended up winning.
Big win.
Big win for them.
Big win. So running clock in the second half and sound win for the Bearettes. Okay, let's flip that over. Now the Bears and the Mustangs. What was the final score?
66-58.
66-58. What do you think?
Walker Valley won.
Walker Valley won. And it was close back and forth, but then it kind of got, out of reach.
Yeah.
So, but a good game. Fun to watch. And you can watch that back on NFHS. Walker Valley streams that.
And MixTV.tv too.
He was also there.
You can watch the game.
Yeah, watch a replay of the game. Okay, so Walker Valley has beat the Bears twice now.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind going into the Sweet.
It was the boys. Well, it was the boys.
All 3. So, but they have won when they played here.
Yeah.
They won. Now they won at Walker Valley.
Yeah.
So think about that going into postseason. Now, Walker Valley is not in the same district. They are in the same region, but they're not in the same district. So. No worries. It can all get shuffled out and work okay if the Bears just keep on plugging away and win.
Yeah.
Could see a rematch. All right? All right, so let's talk about the Bearettes. So the Bearettes are playing tomorrow, and look right there, Montverde Academy. It's a Christian school down in Montverde, Florida. That game is going to be streaming live on our YouTube channel, 4 o'clock tomorrow. And the Bearettes playing at number 5 in the nation.
Yeah.
And Montverde, I forgot what their ranking is, but they're also top 10. They are good. They are good. So these are 2 nationally ranked teams going head to head.
Yep.
You'll want to watch this, guys. This is going to be a big one. We're expecting thousands of people watching this stream. I'm going to dare say maybe tens of thousands.
And traveling down.
So they're traveling right now. They're on the road. The Bearettes are on the road. I saw their bus sitting here this morning. All right, second game they're going to play on Saturday. They play Central Point Christian Academy, the White Tigers, and also a really, really good team. Bearettes have that game at 2 o'clock on Saturday. Also, we'll be streaming on our YouTube platform, so make sure you're watching that. You'll want to see that one. Those are 2 really big ones. And I want to point out, we also have some other things that we want to talk about. Wrestling. The girls will be wrestling on Saturday. The Bearettes have a tournament that they're playing right here. It's the Region Duels, and want to make sure that you understand we will be streaming that on our NFHS platform. That is hosted right here at Jim Smitty Arena.
Yeah.
And I almost said Bear Stadium. Can you imagine wrestling out there on the football field? Woo, not in this temperature.
A little cold.
Be a little cold. Be a big crowd for it, but a little cold. No, in the Jim Smitty Arena, and that's going to take place at 5 on Saturday. But before that, not so fast, we are hosting a JV tournament for the boys.
Yeah.
And that starts at 8 o'clock, my understanding. It could be 9, but I think it's 8. And you can also watch that on NFHS. And that's going to be a multitude of all the area, Chattanooga region, Chattanooga area, JV wrestling teams, and the Bears have been hosting that for several years. It's a really good tournament, and you're going to see some great matchups. Anyway, so there's a lot of wrestling that you can watch. That's going to be on our NFHS platform. You have to have a subscription for that, Brett. And I know you have one. I have one. But you can watch that. It's going to be live. So JV tournament, 8 o'clock on Saturday. Girls will have a varsity region duels. I think it is Cleveland will be there. Also, oh shoot, what's the team over there? Shelbyville. Thank you. My memory's like juggling all these things in my head right now. Shelbyville Central and Cleveland and the Bears. So really want to see that. Callie Ellis is my informant. She will be wrestling. She won the other night against the Mustangs, by the way.
Yeah.
Which you can see that on NFHS as well. And she had a pin. It was stellar. In second period, she had a pin. Way to go, Callie. Way to make the Bears look good.
She's in here first.
She's one of our anchors here, right here in Bear Network on Fox News. Yeah.
First block.
That's right. So what else you want to talk about?
Here is the final scores from last night.
Okay.
Tennessee won 74-56 over Georgia.
Sound win. That's a good win.
And Vanderbilt, that's who we're playing Saturday, 66-63.
Over South Carolina. And that's going to be the matchup that we want to be favoring Tennessee, and hopefully Tennessee pulls out a win on the road.
And Kansas ended up losing
Iowa State.
to Iowa State 74-57.
Right. So there you have it. There's a lot of
Tennessee girls play today at 7.
So you want to watch that tonight? That's going to
They will play Mississippi
They're
State.
hosting that one. So
They will play Mississippi State.
Which Mississippi State brings a good team every time. Every time. So anything else, Brett?
The girls.
You're keeping your head warm with the Fox News toboggan night.
Yeah. The Tennessee girls play this on Sunday. They play Vanderbilt.
That's right. So it's a Vanderbilt weekend for Tennessee.
And the boys, not the boys, the girls play Monday as well.
Who?
The Tennessee girls, Brother girls.
No, it's Saturday. It's Friday and Saturday, not Monday.
We're out of school.
We're out of school.
On
Martin
Monday.
Luther King Jr. Day. It's also Inauguration Day.
And don't
God bless America.
Don't forget to watch the championship game Monday night, the 20th.
That's going to be a good one. So
The
we want
20th.
to see that. That's who? Notre Dame and
Texas,
no,
Penn State.
Penn State. Notre Dame and Penn State. Ohio State.
Yeah.
That's right. Ohio State. Not Penn State. Notre Dame and Ohio State. Thank you, our camera guy back there, Noah Watson, going, you don't know what you're talking about, you two. I know.
I was just going to say a big congratulations to Coach Matt Moody.
That's right. You mentioned
He
the
got
other one to talk about
a
that.
job at Udall High School.
So let's talk about Matt. So 4 years ago, was it 4 years ago? He left Bradley Central as an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, he was the assistant
He goes
coach.
to McMinn Central up there in Etowah.
Yeah.
And he became the coach there, and he did really well. He was about 500 on wins and losses, but he played some really stiff opponents, good teams, and he's a great guy. He played quarterback here at Bradley. Did you know that, for Bill Price?
Yeah.
Back in the day. You remember those days? Well, then now he's been selected to be the
head coach at Udall
High School. So congratulations, Coach Moody. We'll be watching you, and we might have some Bradley matchups. We get to play against you over there, or here, either way.
We come back from the the girls come back from their trip. We start our basketball postseason.
Postseason starts really quick.
They come back from their trip. We have some more games. We have
a few more games, but then postseason starts pretty quick.
Yeah.
So it's in February.
The boys, in this month.
Postseason in February.
The boys play in that a game here at Bradley.
That's right. On Tuesday, it's going to be
Of next week.
Chattanooga Prep, so you guys will want to catch that.
Come here.
That will also be on our YouTube channel. That will not be any radio coverage of that game. Gary told me that the other day.
Yeah.
And then, is it Friday night?
What?
No, not Friday. The next week we have games
After they get done with their trip, and they will go on the road, play East Hamilton.
That's right. That's what it was. All right. Well, Brett, pretty exciting news. Lots of information. Good picks this week.
Yeah.
All right. And that's all we have on this show.
No school next week either.
No school on Monday next week. Maybe a couple snow days. We'll see what happens. So until then, the next show, we'll see you
on the sideline.